Is a crime actually a moral wrong, or is it just an administrative designation? Most of us are raised to believe the law discovers wrongdoing, and it encodes pre-existing moral truths. But my research argues this assumption is structurally false. In our contemporary system, crime doesn't function as a moral essence. It functions as an outcome of authorization. The law doesn't discover crime. It produces it. This brings us to what I call the permission variable. This is the decisive factor in legal classification. It isn't about what occurred, but whether the act was permitted by an authorized institution. Where permission is present, acts are rendered lawful. Where it is absent, identical material harms are criminalized. The physical facts, injury, destruction, or even death do not change. Only the legal meaning assigned to them changes based on the actor's relationship to authority. Think about the implications. This structure produces a systematic dissociation between harm and criminality. The same outcome, a dead body, is legally interpreted as murder, lawful execution, military action, or administrative error, depending solely on authorization. The harm is constant, but the classification is variable. This proves that criminal law does not operate on ethical substance, but on procedural status. This creates what I term asymmetric moral exposure. We apply intense ethical and punitive scrutiny to individual unauthorized actors, while systemic or institutional harms are rendered administratively neutral or even invisible. It is a structural mechanism that preserves authority by concentrating guilt downward, while insulating power from moral interrogation. Crime marks exclusion from permission, not a violation of a universal moral order. At its core, this is a closed system. An act is lawful because it is authorized. An authorization is legitimate because the law says it is. This circularity removes any external moral reference point. The legal system validates itself through its own procedures, making ethical critique structurally irrelevant. Crime becomes whatever the system defines it as at a given moment, independent of actual justice. Until we recognize criminality as a structural artifact rather than a moral fact, our debates about justice will stay trapped in the law's self-validating logic. We are living in a rendered state where permission is the only currency. If you want to dive deeper into the code behind our legal reality, subscribe to the channel